Witching Hour. You're listening to IPEK'S Witching Hour. Welcome to
Phil, you could have been with Dimebag on that stage. God forbid, you would have been the one lost your life.
Well, I know the story. I've spoken to the police officers who were there and handled the situation when Dimebag was murdered, and they told me clearly that, after investigation and going back to the murderer's apartment and digging through his notes that he had taken and threats and death threats that he had written down, that any one of us were targets.
Yes, he was coming after you as well.
I had a police officer tell me on that particular night, had Super Joint been playing or Down or any of my other bands at the time, that I most certainly would have been the target. So, not that made me feel any better.
Yeah.
But it did not. It did not make me feel better at all.
No, of course not.
It did clarify in my mind that all of the negative vibe that I had received, either from, media, but also, in today's world of where people can leave comments and this and that, it's really, I found it very, very insulting and also interesting that people could chime in on a subject that they knew nothing about, really.
Yeah.
All they knew was what the media had fed them. And, the media, they're dying to, I guess in the past, either sell tangible magazines or get hits on their website.
Yeah.
So, anything to stir the pot was, they most certainly did that. So, but that, honestly, this is all old news. I think that my actions over the past 7, 8 years, now it's almost a decade coming up pretty soon, since negativity has really controlled my life, or I allowed it to control my life. I do not let it control my life at all anymore. I am in control, and life is going to dish out negativity no matter what. At the time, I was doing everything possible to let negativity into my life, and that's a tough lesson to learn, that you really are in control of certain aspects of your life. But life, like I said before, is going to dish out controversy. It's going to dish out pain. It's going to dish out sadness.
Yeah.
And it's up to all of us to handle it the way, I guess, the best way that we can, and the most healthy way that we can. And really, that's where my head is at now. And sure, absolutely, I still think of what could have been. I think of the tremendous loss. I feel sadness more than I can even articulate right here. But if I were to allow that to control me, it would be absolutely unhealthy.
No, it's don't dwell on it.
If I were to dwell too much in the past, I know now very well that is just an unhealthy practice. Very unhealthy practice. Life changes you as you go and grow older.
Yeah.
It changes your perception on many things, and some people would call that maturing. I'm not so sure I'm more mature, so to speak. And I kind of joking there, but it's like, it's honestly, Life is what you make it, and right now I'm making it positive.